Hello boys and girls. Today we're going to be talking about habitats again. Remember, in our last video we learned that habitats are where animals live. A habitat has to provide an animal with food, shelter, and water in order for the animal to live there. The last time we talked, we learned about desert habitats, which are habitats that are very, very dry, and the deserts that we talked about are also very, very hot. Today we're going to be learning about a completely opposite habitat, and that would be the ocean. Oceans are very, very wet, aren't they? They're completely different from a desert. So the earth actually has 5 oceans. Ocean water is salty, and some ocean water can be warm and other ocean water is cold. It depends where on earth that ocean is. So I made a little example of an ocean here. Now remember, an ocean is filled with water. This I just painted in the water. And when I look at this, I see a couple of things. First of all, let's look at the bottom part of my ocean. I see some rocks down at the bottom of the ocean, so that tells me that the ocean floor can be a little bit rocky. It can also sometimes be a bit sandy. I also see some plants back here as well. There are plants that can grow down at the bottom of the ocean, like seaweed and kelp. And then I see lots of animals that look like they are getting around by swimming under the water. I see different kinds of fish, and I also see a dolphin in the back here, as well as a whale. This is actually a kind of whale called a killer whale. And this little guy here, some of you might recognize him. This is a clownfish. You may have seen this type of orange and white striped fish in the movie Finding Nemo. Some other animals that you might see in an ocean are jellyfish. You might see an octopus or a squid. An octopus has 8 tentacles, whereas a squid has 6. There's lots of different types of fish. This is a seahorse. You might see crabs. You might see lobsters. And you may also see an animal called a stingray. Now, I bet you're wondering, boys and girls, they all have to swim underwater all day long. How do they breathe down there? Because I know, as a person, I couldn't spend all day underwater. I would have to come up and get air all the time. People can hold their breath for about between 30 seconds and 2 minutes. If you get really, really good at it, you might even be able to hold your breath a little bit longer than 2 minutes. But we definitely couldn't spend all day underwater. We wouldn't get much done. We'd have to keep coming up and getting air. Well, fish don't have to worry about that at all. Fish have gills which allow them to breathe underwater, so they never have to worry about coming up and getting air. Whales and dolphins, though, they do have to breathe air. They have to come up and get air, but they can actually hold their breath way longer than people can. Dolphins, so these guys back here, they can hold their breath for 8 to 10 minutes. So they can come up for air and then they can go swim around for 8 to 10 minutes before they have to go up and get air again. Let's see, whales though can hold their breath even longer. The killer whale, so this guy here can hold his breath for 15 minutes, which is pretty long, and then a blue whale can hold his breath for as long as 90 minutes underwater. So that means they come up, they get a little bit of air, and then they can swim around for 90 minutes before they have to go up to the surface to breathe again, which is just really amazing. So that is what you need to know about ocean habitats. So the kind of animals that live in ocean are usually fish, whales, dolphins. In order for an animal to live underwater, it either has to be able to hold its breath for a long period of time, like a blue whale, a killer whale, or a dolphin, or like fish, it needs to have gills so it can breathe underwater. Thank you for watching, boys and girls. Today, remember, you get to draw the ocean around the ocean habitat around the ocean animals. So remember, that is on page 4 of your Animal Habitats book. I hope all of you have a great day. Thank you for watching.